Good morning to everyone present here. Welcome back again to the 1 week faculty development program on scientific language. Finally, we come to the end of this faculty development program, and this is the last day of this faculty development program. And today, uh, I'm going to take two sessions on scientific writing using MS Word. So initially, I was not planning to do that, but whenever we are planning to conduct one FDP, then the organizing team actually forced me to conduct keep in session like this. The thing is what? Acha, so am I audible to all? Can you hear me? Can anyone please respond?
Yes,
Yes,
Dimpal.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Acha, so basically what happens? So whenever we talk about Microsoft Word, so MS Word, this is a very familiar term to all of us. So we everyone know how to type those things in MS Word. But the thing is what, whether we know how to properly write a scientific note, or do you know how to do the things, how to play with MS Word? Like whenever we call about scientific writing, we always, the most of the people always prefer LaTeX over MS Word. So there are some genuine reason behind that, because we can do lots of things using LaTeX. And we already got about those things also in the earlier sessions. What we can do, we can generate the equation numbers manually. We can like everything is happening manually. Now the question is what? So can we do those things in MS Word too? And if we can do those things in MS Word, that means whenever like some people give some lectures on LaTeX, then he first starts the lecture with some disadvantage of MS Word, right? So now can we deal with those disadvantages, and we can resolve those issues like generally happening with MS Word. So in this entire session, I'm basically going to discuss about that only, how we can generate those things automatically. That means in this session, we are going to discuss how the equation numbers will be generated automatically, how the figures numbers will generate automatically, how the citations will be changed automatically. That everything, this is going to be like happening automatically in my MS Word. Okay, so like if you in during this session, so if you like face any kind of issues, any doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask the question directly to me. So yes, I have given the name of the session as scientific writing using MS Word, and you already know me, so that's why I like oppose them to give a separate introduction for me. Still, let me introduce myself, Dr. Dimpal Jyoti Mahanta. I am the head of the Department of Mathematics, the Assam Kaziranga University. So today, in this session, so we are going to do everything with an MS Word document, right? So that's why I'm not preparing any slide for that. And this is the one and only slide I'm preparing for this session, basically. So let's go to an MS Word, a document first. Okay. So I'm preparing one document for you. Before going to this document, uh, let me tell you how we can create one MS Word document. That means a very ABC of this thing. Let I'm in some certain folder in my PC. To create a document, I can go to start button, or I can do what? I can do right click and I can create. So here there is an option called new, and new bottom I can for the new bottom I can go to Microsoft Word document. So by clicking on this, so a new Microsoft Word document will be created. And here, so let me give some name for this, like I'm giving ABC to this document. And after giving the name of this, by opening this, I can either enter on this, or you can double click on this also. Okay, the Word document will be created. So this is the new document I have created here. Now, so before starting writing on an MS Word, so we need to do something on this. Okay, and those some things are very important whenever we are start writing with MS Word document. And if you are not doing those things, so your writing will not be that perfect. Not first of all, let me discuss about those things. Acha, so can you see something here above this blank sheet? So a blank sheet open here. So this is called ruler. So this may not occur in someone's PC. So this is going to play a very important role. This particular ruler is going to play a very important role whenever we are writing an MS document, MS Word. And most of the time we avoid that. Okay, and if this is not occurring in your PC, so first of all I will recommend you. So Vijita, can you please help me why this is not uh, like it's appearing in my screen?
Okay, recording portion.
No, this enter Zoom bar.
Hmm. It it must be minimized, na?
Hide video panel. Is it? No, it's not removed.
No.
mm, how can I minimize this?
Wait.
Okay, now it's good, it's fine, thank you. Okay, all right. So if this ruler is not coming to you, so first of all, I will advise you to go through this view option. So there is something like home, insert, design, and there is like a view option there. See, there is an option called ruler. So by clicking on this ruler, so here the ruler is missing here. By clicking on this ruler, so you can see this ruler. Similarly, we have some guidelines. Generally we are not displaying those guidelines in uh, sorry, grid lines, so in this MS Word. So but navigation panel, sometime we will use this. So I'll tell you when we are basically going to use this navigation panel. Now, after having this certain ruler, so we need to fix the layout of our MS Word. This is very important, right? Because see, sometime we need to print our research article or our thesis with some A4 papers, sometime with some letter document also. Like whenever you are like going through different journal format or different the university thesis format, so they are recommending some defined margin for your thesis. So initially, before starting writing of any thesis, any research paper, so this is a strong recommendation to everyone to kindly do what? Do the necessary formatting of your document. For that, what we can do, you can go to the layout bottom. See, there is a layout bottom in your screen. So after going the layout bottom, so you can see there is something like a cursor here in this corner. Okay, can you see that? So click on this cursor. By clicking on this cursor, some new window will open like this. Okay, a new window will be open like this, and after that you can do the necessary changes here. First of all, we need to change the paper setting. See here, whenever we are opening a new document, this the default they will consider the paper size as letter. But in most of the cases, whenever we are writing some research papers, some writing some thesis, so we are going to print them with some A4 paper, right? So if you are choosing letter here, and if you are then take the printout on A4 paper, so your the output will not be that good, great. So that's why. So the first thing, we need to choose the paper size as A4. This is very, very important, very important. Otherwise, like end of the day, whenever you are writing, completed your thesis, so you are going to face some certain problem because of this only. And then the same time, we also need to set the margins accordingly. That means sometime here, see, top means they are talking about these margins, how many blank space will be there in the top. Left means how many blank space will be there in the left. Similarly, how many blank space will be there in the bottom and right. So everything is defined here. And in this case, you need to follow the guidelines provided by the journal or the guidance provided by the your concerned institute and university for writing your thesis. One more thing, so orientation of this Word document should be the portrait. In most of the cases, this is portrait, but sometimes we require the landscape mode also. So I'm going to tell about this when we required that record this landscape mode. And one more thing, have you seen sometime that, so if you're writing some document of 10 pages, then the five like among those 10 pages, one page is having the landscape mode and the other pages having the portrait mode. We can also do those things, and here like do these things and apply this for the whole document. So apply this for the whole document and click OK. So this is a very initial thing we need to do, everyone need to do in a MS Word document. One more thing, so most of the time this is a common mistake we generally used to do whenever we are writing something in MS Word, whether this is typing a question paper or typing anything. So what we do, we use multiple and space, right? So we are giving multiple space like this to go from here to here. If I need to write something here, like I'm writing a dog, so then to write the other line here, start from the other line here, either we do the tab bottom or we'll do the space, then I will write something here. Okay, and this is a very like big mistake we are doing whenever we are writing a document. So the first big mistake we are doing in the document. And the second big mistake what we do, we simply give multiple numbers of enters whenever I need to go from here to here. Like the first line I'm writing here, the second line I'll start from here. Then to go from here to here, what we generally do, we used to give multiple numbers of enters to move from here to here. So these two mistakes we need to avoid in the beginning of the document. I will tell you what we should do. And but before going to that, we should know that we have to avoid this. Okay, we have to avoid multiple space. To give multiple space, we need to avoid giving multiple enter. So these two things are we always need to remember. Acha. First, let me tell you what we can do, what or how we can basically write this kind of structures. Like a dog I'm writing here, after a certain space, again we are writing something. We need to start something from here. For that, see, I'm going to tell you something very important, although they are not directly relevant to scientific writing, but they are like very much essential. So because of these things only, our Word documents look of like poor quality. All right, I'm giving a dog. Okay, a dog. Then what we'll do, I will simply like press one tab bottom. What I'm doing, I'm simply pressing one tab bottom. And see, normally a tab bottom is taking this much of space only. But the good news is what? You can control this space by yourself. How you can control this? See, in that case, this roller line will help us. If you click anywhere on the roller line, see, so initially this, see, some L shape will appear here. If I'm clicking, that simply I'm giving a left click on this roller line, okay, roller, then some L shape is appearing. Can you see that? So if you can't see that, let me zoom this. See, something is appearing like this one. Okay, whenever I'm clicking here, some L shape is appearing here. Similarly, if I click here, some L shape will be appear. Okay, some L shape will be appear. And these L shapes are basically to control the distance of tab. All right, see, I have already like pressed one tab here, and I am giving the L shape here. That's why this tab bottom is taking this much of space. Okay, this much of space. Let's zoom out first. Okay, okay. See, now see, if you move this by clicking and holding the left click, if we move the left click and bring it to this person, then see, like I have written one more, and you can remove them also by clicking on here and bringing it to outside. You can remove those like L shapes, and see these L shape I am using for controlling the space of my tab, right? And if I'm writing something here now, see this, like I have ended the statements here, the sentence here, again I have started the sentence here, and within this, see I have only one space. Okay, I have only one space, but in the earlier case we have multiple numbers for number of spaces in between this a dog and the other line. Okay, is it clear to everyone? If anyone have any doubt, please let me know. Okay, so this is the first thing we always need to do. We need to avoid the spacing. Okay, this is the first thing. For example, let me tell you one like application of this. Whenever we are preparing some questions, like question one I'm writing. Okay, this is in question one I'm writing. So what is your name? So what is your name? Okay, what is your name? And then see the marks, let assign marks is like 2 for this. So the marks generally we are writing in this certain position. To go those marks, what we generally do, we enter multiple numbers of tabs or space. But instead of doing that, if we give one tab and click in the appropriate position, what we actually need to write the marks, like 2 marks for that. See how we can write this, and these 2 marks is appearing here only, and we need not to do these things again and again. One, I have said this kind of thing in this document, so it will appear in the whole page. So second question, I can write some question like where are you? So where are you? I'm writing the second question. So again, if I enter tab here, so it will automatically move to the certain position. And in that case, it will like we need not to align them like for every different line. Okay, so everything will happen automatically here, the alignment purpose I'm telling you, right? So these things will happen automatically, right? Acha. So this is the first thing. Second thing, so here, so let me like before going to the scientific session, so let me tell you about some few common mistakes we generally do with the MS Word, okay, such that we can minimize the error in those in this document during writing the MS. And this is very important because see, so if we do these mistakes from the beginning, so it will not be helpful for us, like it will not be easy for us to clear all those, like make a beautiful document after end of writing everything. Okay, so that's why from the starting we need to follow all those instructions. Now one more thing, see whenever I'm like typing here some questions, can you see that these numbers, the question numbers are generating automatically. Sometimes what we do, we used to give those numbers manually also. Okay, but we need not to give anything manually here. So for those things, what we'll do, so let me first remove them. Okay, see, we can do the numbering in our document. The numbering will help, like how can we like define those numbering. We can define different types of numbering. We can define normal numbering like 1 2 3 4, or we can also define section wise numbering. Section wise numbering means sometimes you can see some books like 1, then 1.1, 1.1.1, like that. Those sections was numbering we can also define in an MS Word. Okay, so here in this case, see, to define a normal numbering, so you can see there are 3 sections. So first section in the home page, like in the home section, so you can see there are 3 points. Here there are bullets. So if I need to give some bullets here, you can choose different bullets. So these are some default bullet providing by the MS Word. We can also define, like, bring some new bullets. There are some more bullets in this given by the MS Word. Like here, by using symbols, I can use different symbols, or by clicking here picture, I will get different pictures here. Or few times you can also bring some pictures by yourself. All right. Now I want to give some the bullet here with every question. Like, then I can simply click on this. Then what we can do, I can give some different bullet also. I can give these like this. We can give different bullet, but most of the time, like, you people know how to use the bullets. But my intention is to, like, give you an idea how can we use the numbering properly. All right. So for that, see, there is some, like, cursor here present, just next to 1 to 3. Okay, just next. Can you mute yourself? Someone unmuted. All right. So see, uh, let me first zoom it. So see here, along with 1 to 3, we have a cursor here. Can you see that? By clicking on this cursor, uh, I think this is not showing properly the place where I'm, like, pointing here in my skin. All right, fine. So without help of this magnifier also, I can describe these things. Yes. See, in this cursor, if we click here, like, I have defined different types of uh, the numbering here for my document earlier. That's why they are appearing. But in your document, this kind of things may not appear. Like sometime 1 to 3, this kind of symbols are there. But you can define a new formatting for your case also. Okay. For example, let me need to number, like, I need to number these questions as question 1, question 2, question 3. Then in that case, select them and click on this cursor. Then what you can do, you can go for the define new number format. And in this case, see, you can simply write q here, because I need the format as q1 q2 q3. If you need the numbering as q with Roman numbers, q1 q2 q3, you can also define like that. So you can use different number style here, like ABC, the first, second, third, you can also define like that. Okay. Or you can do anything, right? Instead of q, you can give any number like djm1, djm2. So anything you can write here, and whatever you write, so those things will appear like this. Even if I write djm1, so it will be simply placed like this: djm1, djm2, djm3. Now see why they are going to the second place, because, like, after this, I have simply considered a tab here. Okay. So the tab I have bring to here. So simply do one more thing. I need to start it from here. So simply do one thing here. So for the every document, I need the first tab here and the second tab here. Can you see that? The first step, see how beautifully looks like. So initially we have named this, and instead of like DZM, you can do any kind of numbering. So like I can number question 1, question 2, question 3. Okay, question 1, question 2, question. By just simply by clicking on this, you can change the chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter is like step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay. And if someone is working for NAG, then you can write know what is COPO is. So COPO you can do like this. So lots of things you can like any senses you can make, and everything you can do automatically whenever you are doing these things automatically. Now, like one more thing. So whenever uh, like here, let me go to the another my document what I am preparing for this lecture. Now see, whenever we are writing some heading here, okay, generally what we do, So we need to write this kind of thing, typing mathematics in MS Word. So what we basically do, uh, we simply write something here and do what? We use to make it bigger. Okay, we will make it bigger and bold it. Okay, bold it to make it an like heading. But see, simply we need not to do that. Whatever we need to do, everything will be like they will be did by the MS Word only. See, can you see that there are something like here in the home bottom, there are something like normal, no space, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, like that. So whenever you're writing something and see if this is need to be the heading 1 for a certain document. So after writing everything, simply select the text and click on the heading 1. See, click on the heading 1. So it will automatically take the standard format. Okay, so you can like here, this was selected, so 1 is coming automatically, but you can also deselect this. Okay, you can also deselect this. So by doing this, so I have, this is my heading 1. Similarly, whenever you go to the next paragraph, by entering, always like one thing, remember, whenever you are putting like pressing enter, you are always going to the next paragraph, and the properties of the earlier paragraph will not be borrowed to the next one. So if I'm writing something here, if I'm writing something here, so this will be like a normal text. Okay, but if like this should be the heading 2 again, so I can also click on the heading 2. I can click on the heading 2, and it will take the default format automatically. And if we want to give the numbering, see, this is 1 and this is automatically taking 1.1. I have did nothing, right? So similarly, if I write something here and this something later, this is my heading 3. See, this is automatically considering 1.1.1. So everything will be created automatically. We need not to do anything. And during this process, like I need to insert one more heading within them. Okay, like here I'm considering this is 1.1, but suddenly I have remembered that I have forgot something, and I am again including those things here. Then again you can make it heading 2. See, whenever I just, sorry, yes, heading 2, this was my heading 2. So whenever I make this heading 2, the earlier heading number, see, this was my earlier heading number, this was 1.1. So whenever make this was as heading 2, this is automatically converting to 1.2. So we are not doing anything. And similarly, this is also sending to 1.2.1. So earlier this was 1.1.1, but whenever we have inserted a new heading to here, so this is automatically becoming so 1.2.1. Similarly, we can do it any, like here I'm going to insert some one more heading 1 here. See, whenever I'm adding one more heading 1, everything will become 2 here. Okay, 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.2.1. And these things, like if you're writing those numberings manually, so these changes are not going to happen. Okay, so that's why this is the first lesson to every MS Word user, because we know like everyone is using, although there's latex or something else, so we can't avoid MS Word. So whenever we are using MS Word, every time we have to follow these certain basic guidelines. Okay, so otherwise, like we always complain like the document we have created by latex, that they looks more beautiful, but whenever we are creating some documents with MS Word, so they looks not that beautiful like the latex that created by latex. So but we can avoid those things, and here we can do lots of things automatically also. And like if we're writing a big thesis, okay, like a thesis of 200 pages, and if we do this kind of changes in the very beginning of the thesis, all the numbering will be changed, like. And if we do those things manually, so this is a very like something like we can't imagine, like yes. So that's why we can avoid those kind of things by following these kind of easy steps, right? Now now let us come to the most important part, like main topic of this today's session: how we can write the scientific things. Okay, so before going to those things again, I want to know if someone have any kind of doubts, any kind of questions, queries, anything. So if any kind of question, you can unmute yourself. No, right? Good. So Now go to my document what I have actually prepared for this lecture. I have also shared one document here, like in the WhatsApp group. You can also go through the document. So basically, for these kind of things, you are not going to get any book. Okay. So either you can follow those notes what I have already provided to you, or you can follow the help options of the office word, and or you can also use like any like you will get, if you find, you will get lots of YouTube videos, but not like everything as a whole. So you will get separate videos for them if you search for that. So here I'm going to cover how we can write the scientific things in MS Word. All right. Now see, here I'm giving you the typing mathematics in MS Word. See, this is the heading one. And one more thing, just I forgot to mention. See, there's some certain space in between this line and insert of equation. This space I have not created manually. Whenever we are writing all those things by using the heading 1 and heading 2 bottom, this certain default space will be considered by the MS document automatically, right? Acha. So let me first discuss how can we insert an equation. So although I'm giving this subheading name as inserting an equation, but this is not only about inserting an equation. Like if we like know that in various places, like whatever your the background is, you may be from like any branch of science and engineering, but whenever you are writing some literatures or research articles, always need to write some mathematical symbols either within the text or as an equation. Like if I'm writing let x is something, okay, if I'm writing like if x is something, that x should not be like the normal x. Okay, so there are some difference between the normal x and the x should be written in the scientific form. Let me show you one example here. So if we are considering a normal x here, okay, so a normal x here, so let me first zoom it. So this is the normal x look likes, okay, and if we write something mathematically, this is the x what it look likes. And this is not the only thing, lots of things like every symbols will take some certain shape when we are writing those things with the help of, like whenever writing those as scientific notations. All right, for example, let I'm writing let a be a set. Okay, a be a set, so this a should be capital let, so this a should be capital, a be a set, and b be and and b be a subset of a. See, whenever you're writing these things, so a I have written, a is a subset, b is a subset, and here again I am writing this a. So whenever I'm using them, those symbols should be mathematical. Okay, so to create those, what we have to write, so instead of writing this, so if we rewrite the same sentence, okay, by using like this, so if this a is like this one, this b is like this one, okay, see b is like this one and this a is like this one, so it will looks better. And this is the actual form of writing a scientific note. Whatever the mathematical symbols, whatever scientific symbols you are writing, you always need to write them within a certain environment. And for that, first of all, let me discuss about that environment. And this environment, they are in the MS Word version of beyond 7. Okay, before 7 there was no any versions like that. Okay, I'm currently using the MS10. Okay, so in another system I have MS16 also, so that is also having the same kind of like operations, few more like but and the commands are there, but notations are there. But this is good, like if someone is using the Microsoft Word 10, so because everything like basically we want to do with MS Word, we everything we can do with MS Word 10 only. All right, so how we can create this environment? So first of all, let me tell you, So whenever we are writing some text here in MS Word, we are writing them in a text environment. So this certain environment, whatever I'm writing in an MS Word, this is called text environment. And whenever we are writing something mathematics or something scientific in an like MS Word, so we need to create an environment called maths environment. Okay, we need to create one environment called maths environment. So where it is, so to create a maths environment, so there is a shortcut for that. I will tell you there about this shortcut later, but first of all let me tell you the long process by which we can go to the maths environment. To have the maths environment, we can go to the insert button. After going to the insert button, can you see there is a symbol of pi? Okay, so can you see there is a symbol of pi here? You cursor in the side of this pi. Okay, look at the cursor. Don't click on this pi. Click on this cursor, and by clicking on this cursor, you can see lots of options, and one more option is insert new equation. Okay, insert new equation. So by inserting, by clicking on here, some environment will be created like this. Okay, and whenever this is appearing, if you're writing something with a certain space, okay, if I'm clicking here and if I writing something here, so we are basically now writing these things within the math environment. Okay, so if I writing something like y is equal to mx plus c, y equal to mx plus c, so this is in the math environment. Now you can also come outside of this maths environment, either by clicking outside or by using the right array. Okay, I'm simply using the right and left array of my keyboard. Okay, this is an easy process. So by clicking on the pressing on the right array, so I am coming outside of this maths environment, and similarly simply by clicking on the left array again, I can go to the maths environment. Whenever we are in this certain box, okay, this is a box appearing here. Whenever we are within this certain box, we are in the maths environment. See, do you want to see what is the difference if I writing in like maths environment and in outside? So this is what I have written in a maths environment. If simply we are writing the same thing in the text environment, see what is the difference between them. So if I'm writing y is equal to mx plus c, can you see the difference between these two? So this is what I'm writing in the text environment. Okay, and this is what I'm writing in the maths environment. Okay, so both have like a first difference of their looks. Okay, anyone who is expert of like scientific knowledge, like who is best normally like reviewing the documents, like looking go through the different scientific articles, they can simply point out like where you have made these mistakes. All right, because see, there's a difference of why this is the normal text y what I am writing, this is an why I'm writing in maths environment. You can see the spacing also, like there is an like more space between the letters in the maths environment than the text environment. The equal sign, the size of the equal sign is also different. The m looks different, x looks different, c also looks different, so everything looks different in equation editor. All right, so this is the first thing you need to do. And see, whenever we are writing something within this line, like I'm writing let a is a set and b is a subset of a, so every time like after writing let, to write a, we again need to go to insert, clicking on this equation, then again the other thing will write. So it's a very lengthy process. So in this lecture I'll also discuss one more thing: how can we avoid the mouse? Okay, so the entire document what I am preparing here, this document, the most of the time, like 99% thing I am doing here without the mouse. Okay, by using the mouse I'm writing the whole document only by using the keyboard. So I will tell you how or what shortcut i can I can use to create the maths environment within the line. So let I'm writing a let let so let's change the color. So you can also like change the font size here. So normally in a standard text, so normally we consider Times New Roman. So Times New Roman is a standard font size, and normally in an official document we used to consider 12 as a font size. Okay, font style is Times New Roman, and this the size is 12. Generally, we are considering. All right. So let A. So see, some mathematics we need to write it here. A. So to write this A, so we are not going like following the mouse. Simply what we'll do, we'll press the Alt and equal together. Okay, there are two bottoms in the keyboard. You can go through like see in your keyboard, and you can see that there is a bottom called Alt, and there is a bottom called equal sign. Okay, so and if we press both together, if we press both together, Alt and equal together, this maths environment will be created. Okay, this maths environment will be created, and you can now write anything here. A I am writing. Then by using the right cursor, right array, you can go outside, then give one space, B A set, and see again I'm writing B here. I need to write B here. So to write B again, I need to create the maths environment. So again I'm pressing the Alt and equal. So B will create automatically. Okay, the maths environment will create automatically. I'm writing B here. Again, I will go outside of this maths environment. Okay, then B a subset of again see A I need to write. So that's why I'm created the maths environment by pressing Alt and equal together. Write A, go outside, give full stop. So I have completed this sentence. Let A be a subset and B is a subset of A. Okay, so this is the process how we are basically writing or creating the maths environment within the text. Okay, so anyone have any kind of confusion? So here I'm describing these things. So you have two process. Either you can click the equation by going to the insert in ribbon. So this particular thing is called ribbon. So if you don't know about this one, this particular thing what is appearing in your MS Word, this is called ribbon. So you can hide also by clicking this, okay, or you can show this. And this is called, this pertinent thing is called quick access toolbar. Okay, where basically here I'm like lots of things are like appearing here. Maybe may not be like this much of thing may not be there in your system. Normally the save icon, the undo, the read, so this kind of bottom repeat typing, like these kind of bottoms are like these three bottoms are basically there in a normal MS Word. So I will tell you like how or why I am bringing those things in my MS Word. So this is the first thing how we can create the maths environment. Alt and equal, this is very important, right? So this is the first lesson. And then see, if you're someone writing, if someone needs to write an equation, like after writing some text, if I writing some equations, simply put an enter here, create a maths environment. You can write like x equal, like m equal to jk plus p. Okay, m equal to jk plus p, and you can again give enter. Okay, so you can give enter and you can write whatever you require. All right, I think there is no any question from anyone. Then I can go to the next session, right? See here, now how we are basically need to write the things in maths environment. So people again, like this is a common problem by all of us. Like whenever we are writing something in MS Word, this is a basic complaint by everyone that whenever we are writing something in MS Word, we always need to use the mouse and we need to follow the symbols here. Okay, to write the fractions, we need to click on here and click on these to write the exponential like that. Okay. Uh, what is no, no, this is something I'm writing here. Okay, so only like I'm not considering any, like you can skip this part. Okay, you can skip this part. I'm not writing anything here. Okay, only to show you the difference of these things I have like click something. Achha. So now again go to this, like here I'll show you how to write the fractions. Normally what we can do whenever we are in the, we have created the maths environment, something will happen as equation tools. Can you see that something will have like occur as an equation tool? After that, normally what we do, we need to write x by y. So we'll click here and we click here and we simply click here. Okay, we write x, we write y here, and we'll go outside. But see, again, I'm telling you, this is a very lengthy process. And in my entire session, I'm going to avoid that. Okay, this x by y I have written only by using the mouse, right? But we are not going to do that. What we'll do, instead of doing this much of work, what we'll do, simply I will create a math environment. And as you like x slash, what I'm giving, x slash y, what I'm writing, x slash y. And if we simply press the space bar, what I did, I have simply pressed the space bar here. The space bar here will work as a command to execute some function. Okay, here whenever I'm writing x by y, so this is basically I have given some command. So x by y I have written. To execute this command, so I need to click, like press the space bar. The space bar we all know, right? The long bar we have in the keyboard. The space bar I have clicked once and I am getting the certain form. Okay, and this certain form, whatever I am getting, this is called a professional form. Okay, see, in the equation tools, you can see here professional linear form. Okay, so whatever we are getting, this is the professional, and whatever we have written, this is the linear form. Okay, that was the linear form. And if you need the linear form, you can click the linear form. If you need the professional font, you can click the professional font also. But to execute, to get the professional font, what we'll do, we'll simply write the thing, like again I'm repeating. So I have written what, x by y. And to execute this, what I did, simply I have pressed space bar and I got the certain form. Got it? So this is about the fractions. This is about the fraction. And after the fractions, so what we can do, see, the fractions I can display like x by 2, I will write in the maths environment. So we have to write these things in the maths environment, not in the normal font. So normally in the text environment, if we write x by y, so this is not going to take this certain form. All right. Now after having this, so the brackets. See, whenever you're writing something
Excuse me, sir.
in the maths environment, like
Hello?
most of the time we have been complained by the users, like whenever you're writing something
Excuse me, sir.
in MS Word. So what basically
Oh,
happened?
excuse me, sir.
What?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I want the clarification, sir.
Actually, your voice is not clear
One
to me.
doubt,
Can you?
one
Yes.
doubt I have.
Please.
Yeah, you just showed me the previous uh, one by x by y.
Yes.
If I write say, x by y like this, no, I can't fit it in the previous line. The first line is let A be the set of and B be the set of A. Next to
Actually,
that, I have to bring x by y. I have alignment problem.
can you please repeat? I have not like.
Sir, we are using two different notations for fractions.
Yeah,
Am I right?
fractions. The other
X
one,
by
yes.
y, x slash
Yes.
y.
Okay.
X slash y, x by y.
Okay.
If
So
you
that means you are
like this,
talking about this one, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So
No,
see,
this one, x by y, x by y.
this
What you
one.
return now?
Yeah,
Yes,
this one
yes.
only. Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
See the screen. You can see the previous line is let A be the set and B be the set of two. Previous line.
So anyone
Before the
please can guide. Actually,
excuse me,
sir's
sir.
voice is not. Actually, sir, your voice is not clear to me.
Just I'll call you later, sir. I'll call you later.
Okay, sure. So you can, otherwise you can type those things in the chat box. So
Sure,
I'll
sure,
follow you.
sure.
Okay. But I'll like clarify your doubt, whatever you have. Okay. So now see, so we have one more complaint by the users of MS Word. That means whenever you are using this MS Word, the brackets are always like this. Okay, that means, see, whenever we are writing something, so normally that thing should be what, whenever we saw the brackets in the books, the whenever we are using the first bracket is always bigger. It's covering all those contexts within the equation. Then accordingly the brackets will be changed. But whenever you're writing something in uh, like like the process. So we have the brackets like this. See, we can also avoid that. Okay, and one more thing to write the brackets. Although there are some brackets here, you can see in the equation tool after writing creating the maths environment, you can see the brackets there. So you can also get that separate brackets by considering them. But again, I'm not recommending to use the mouse. Again, I'm repeating the process I'm teaching, giving you. This is not about to use the mouse. So this is by avoiding the mouse, only by using the keyboard. So here, what we'll do, let I need this certain expression only. Like bracket will start and half of one more bracket x plus 1. Then what we'll do, simply I will start one bracket. I will write 1 by 2. Okay, I will write 1 by 2. And see, this 1 by 2 I need to execute, right? So whatever I need to execute, I will simply press a space there. So I have press one press like space. Then again I will give the another bracket x plus 1. I have written. I have ended the middle bracket. So this bracket I have ended. All right. So after ending this bracket, so we have one more bracket here, right? So to end this first bracket, I need to use one more bracket here. And after writing this bracket, see this bracket we need in the bigger form. So simply again press one space to create that. And whenever you are like pressing the space, it will automatically consider the default form. Okay, whatever the standard form, it will take automatically, and accordingly you can write the other notations also. Like if I need to write some more, like I need to start one more middle bracket here, and I need to write plus a, assume I need to write plus a here, and again I need to close this middle bracket. See, I have written the middle bracket, and the press on the space is taking the default form. All right, again let I need to write something like the bigger bracket. Okay, the bigger bracket I need to use. Let I am using like bigger bracket I'm writing, and a minus, let I am writing something here. So end of this expression, again I will give like I'm writing minus v. I will close the bigger bracket, and again I will give, I will press the space, and it will take the original form. Can you see how easy this is to write the things in MS Word? Okay, and so although like this will be like controversial thing, but like in latex, when you are writing something in latex, you need to write lots of like commands you need to give, and here I have not given a single command. Okay, so just I have created one MS Word, and we are writing the things like in a normal way by using some very fundamental, by avoiding some fundamental mistakes. Okay, by avoiding some fundamental mistakes, we are writing this document. All right, so this is how we are create the brackets perfectly. Okay, so anyone have any doubt on creating the brackets? I think no, right? All right.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So, sir, in the equation that you just wrote,
Yes.
my square bracket, which I typed first along with A, that is small in size, but the last one, which I typed with B, that is in size with the rest of the equation.
Okay, all right. So what mistake you did? See, I told you to avoid the space. So you have like click space somewhere wherever we have not required that. So these space, whatever appearing here, they are appearing automatically. I have not given those space. The space I have clicked only where we need to like execute some command.
So, sir, did you press space after typing 1 by 2?
No, yes. After 1 by 2, I have pressed space 1, but like see whenever where I have typed press here in the entire document, whenever I'm writing this, so this particular symbol I have not pressed enter once. I have not pressed. So I have not pressed space once. So here I have pressed, but to execute this, after writing this like bracket, I need to give one space here. So I have only used space in two places, here in this place to execute the big bracket, and once to execute the 1 by 2. And otherwise you have to avoid the space. The space is the biggest mistake we are doing in a document.
Okay, sir. I'll try once more.
Okay, sure, sure. Please do once. So it'll be right. It'll be okay. Now see the symbols. So this is an like huge complaints we are getting from all over the like everyone like whatever like this is all people always used to call that this is an advantage of writing in latex because whenever you need to write alpha beta gamma we can simply give some commands and we can write the symbols. But if you need to write the alpha beta gamma those symbols or any symbol whatever this is summation not equal to plus minus infinity not equal to like anything less than greater than we need to click on here, we need to search for the symbols and we need to get the exact value. Sometimes the symbols may not be there also. So in that case, again, I need to go to the insert and search the symbols in the symbols bottom and I need to go to the appropriate symbol. I need to find the appropriate symbol and need to find that. But see, this is not the correct process. Since people don't know about the correct process, that's why people are like facing some problem in this. So let me show you like very easy way. So to write the Greek letters, so in the next document, so I have actually given almost like everything here. So not everything. So I have shared one more document in the like WhatsApp group. You can see lots of options there in that in that PDF. And if like those symbols are not enough, you can also Google it. Like how can you write this in MS Word? Then the command will also appear. See, let me tell you one thing. If I need to write alpha, most of the time people do what? Like after creating the equation environment, maths environment, simply they will search for the alpha here. This is my alpha and click the alpha to get the alpha, right? As I'm telling you, this is not the correct option, correct way to do that. What we'll do to write the Greek alphabets or any mathematical symbols in MS Word also, we are going to use some commands. The commands, like in latex, if you remember, the commands like whenever we use the symbols, we always write them within the dollar, right? Dollar symbols. Here, we are not using the dollar, but instead of the dollar, we are using this slash symbol. Okay. And after slash, if we write whatever I need to write, like I need to write alpha, ALPHA. See what I have written? Slash alpha, and then press one space. See what we got? What I did? Again, I'm repeating. I have simply written slash. Then I have written whatever I required. I required small alpha. Okay. That's why I have written ALPHA with all small letters because we required small alpha. That's why I've written all alpha, the letters in small letter ALPHA. Then I have pressed one space bottom and I'm getting the alpha. Is it clear? Is it fantastic? Is it helpful to you if you're writing like MS Word? Similarly, like for beta, like again, I need to write beta here, slash beta. Okay, the pronunciation is not correct. So BETA, beta. So by giving slash beta, I can simply use press, beta will appear. If someone need to write the capital alpha, what will do? Slash capital alpha, ALPHA. See what I'm doing? Only what I'm doing, I'm writing a slash and starting the letter, the word with a capital letter because I require the capital alpha now. So after writing the capital alpha, so this is the capital alpha we are getting, right? This is the capital alpha we are getting. And similarly, to get the capital beta, BETA. So this is the capital beta and we are getting. So these are the things how we are writing the Greek alphabets here in MS Word. All right. And not only them, we can write lots of things. Okay, we can write lots of things. So basically, before going to the Greek alphabets, let me discuss about the symbols. Like we know the infinity, write the infinity. So how can we write the infinity here? So infinity, to write the infinity, what we can do, we can simply write slash. Then two commands are to write infinity. I can write INFT. So this is also in command to write infinity. So sorry. So basically there are two commands. So actually sometimes if you like forget the commands, so you can also like go through those like whatever I have shared with you. So uh, so infinity infty. Okay, infty. So infty, this is then command to write infinity. See, so what I did, simply I have written slash infty and then I have pressed one space, then and it's taking the actual form. This is infinity. Like we need to write the not equal to, right? Not equal to. So here you can get that not equal to bottom somewhere maybe, or you may not get it. I don't know. Like here I'm getting this. See, this not equal to, I can also write slash ne. Slash ne is the command to execute not equal to. So after writing slash ne, if you simply press one space, so this certain symbol will be appear not equal to. Similarly, we have different symbols to write that, right? Right arrow, right arrow. This right arrow we can write in mathematics also, like mathematical rule. Like there is a difference whenever I'm writing right arrow in the text bottom and in the text environment and the maths environment. So if we need to write right arrow, so what we can do slash, you can simply write RIGHT, right arrow. Okay, so this command will give me one like right row with one line. Okay, this command will give me the right arrow with one line. At the same time, if we need the implies bottom, so implies is also an right arrow, right? And like see, if someone go through here in these symbols, so you will not get any implies option here. Implies symbol is not present in this document. So and like if someone is not like not familiar with the things whatever I'm going to discuss right now, so then he or she may like face lots of problem to write this implies symbol in the MS Word. So what command I can use to write the implies bottom? See what I can do. The same command with the capital R, RIGST arrow. So what I did, capital RIGST arrow. See what I'm. So I am written some mistake there. Okay. Okay. Right arrow. So the typing should be correct. So see, whenever I written right arrow with capital R, then then if I like press one like the space, the implies is coming the generating automatically. All right, and at the same time to have the left arrows, okay, left arrows or up arrow. Sometime we need to give the up arrow also. I can use slash up arrow, like this kind of arrow you can use this notation. So different see knee c arrow, knee arrow, c arrows, like these are commands. So and see like both sided arrows sometimes we also require. So to draw this kind of arrows, left right arrow, this is a command. This is a command to write like execute this kind of arrows. So let's try once. So if we write slash left right, left right arrow. So if I give this and like press the space, this kind of like commands will appear. And one more thing, again the same time, implies and implies option, the implies and implies symbol, this is also not there in the MS Word. If you can like go through it here, so you are not going to get the implies and implies symbol here in this document. So how can you generate this? Again with the same command but with the capital L. Whenever you require two lines, then you need to give the start the command with capital letter. Okay, capital left right arrow. Okay, and press space. See, implies and implies, this command is appearing. Okay, see in the entire process whenever like I'm writing them, I'm not using the mouse ones. Okay, I'm not using the mouse ones, but again I'm repeating one thing, you have to like be careful on this. Like these, you can say these are the mul mantras to writing a good like MS Word document. Don't press space randomly. Okay, and this is the biggest mistake everyone do. Okay, we are like pressing in like jab bhi man kiya, like whenever like we want to press the space, I just give like press the space. Whenever I just give one some space, I give the lots of enters and write start writing the things. Please avoid that. Okay, please avoid that. So now see, we have some few more like the partial derivative symbol like delta, like this delta symbol we can also use, like less than equal to. So this is like very important one. So less than equal to, so this is a symbol like less than symbol we very easily get. Less than symbol is there in the keyboard. Okay, less than symbol is there in the keyboard, but to get the less than equal to, we need to write the command as slash le. Le is the command to write the less than equal. So less than equal. Similarly, write the greater than equal. So I will write ge, greater than equal. So I will get a greater than equal symbol. See how easy to write the things in MS Word, and we are not following them. Okay, we are not even following them. Okay, that means like this was the basic complaint for the MS Word, that whenever we need to write some scientific thing or mathematical thing here, we always need to use the mouse and we need to follow those things. And these are for our help only. Sometimes if you forgot the thing, yeah, like you can use them, but this is not that mandatory to follow the notations. And see this symbol, like those peoples like who are of like, and most of the people like who are pure mathematics people and the other thing, other like branches, they are using these certain symbols very frequently. And like this is something we call a direct sum. Okay, so this particular notation, how can we generate in MS Word? See, and if we found this symbol in the notations also, you are not going to get it. Okay, so to do that, so what we'll do, slash the command I'm writing giving you. So slash this space I'm giving only to like distinguish between the notations only. Yeah, this is please don't do this kind of thing whenever you're writing in document. So O plus, O plus. Okay, and whenever you give slash O plus, see what is appearing? The symbol is appearing, the direct sum symbol is appearing, the plus symbol is within the circle. So this symbol is appearing. So this kind of notation we can define like this symbol, like the uh, the the union, intersection. And if we need this kind of notations also, like there is a close from one side, so let's like ma is that, these are the common like. So one more thing, so this is very important, like everyone should know this. Like whenever you are writing something, like if I'm writing in mathematics, generally we always do like I'm writing x1 comma x2 comma x3, then I'm writing x1 comma x2. Oh, and this is also like if I need to write x1 with suffix 1, x with suffix 1, like with this one. Okay, if we need to write this, so scripted things like here x square or x suffix 1, these kind of things also we can do with our help of mouse. Normally what we do to write x square, what we do, simply we click here and we used to go here, write x here, 2 here, so this will give me x square. But see, we need not to do that. Okay, what we can do, create a math environment, simply write x. And like if someone know any basic programming language, whether this is C, Fortran, anything, we always use this symbol to denote the power, right? So I can also use this certain symbol here in MS Word, and after writing this, simply press one space. See, this is taking the certain form, x square. Getting this? Acha. Now at the same time, if we need something in the suffix, okay, like x1, x2, I need to write. So what we'll do, comma will give. Then after comma, see, this is very important. After comma, we always need to give one space. But before comma and full stop, there should not be any space, right? So hopefully all of you know about that. So x with suffix 1, let to write the suffix, what we do, we will use the underscore. Okay, we are not going, normally people do what, they are going to here, they click here, then they used to write the things, but I'm not going to there. I'm writing x, then I'll giving underscore. Underscore is also a very like commonly used notation whenever you are using different programming language to define the things which are in the suffix. So if I write x1, x underscore 1, and then if I give space, see what the form it's taking. At the same time, if I need to write x1 square, okay, x1, 1 is in suffix and square in the like in the power. So then how can you write this, comma? Then I'm writing this like x underscore I will write, then I need to write power 2. Okay, so power 2, then if I give again enter, sorry, space. So before this I have not put any enter anywhere. Okay, I have written x underscore 1 power 2, then I have given 1 enter, sorry, space. So it's taking the form of x1 whole square, right? Acha. Now one more thing, like let I need this kind of expression. So like since I'm not using any pen and paper, so let me write that symbol first, then I'll tell you how uh, what symbol I'm talking about. So I'm talking about this kind of symbols. Okay, these kind of symbols. Or at the same time, like this is the first, like first consider this one only. So how can you write this kind of symbols? See, to write this kind of symbols, what we do? This x square, the like above x square, which is in the power of x, this x square is as a power of x. Okay, so like first I will write this x, then as in power, what we required? I required x square. So since I require two things here in the power, so I will start a bracket. Like in C, Fortran, whatever we're writing some programming, whenever we're writing multiple expression, we always use the small bracket. Here also I'll use the small bracket to do that. X power 2. Okay. Then I'll close the bracket. But see, whenever I will put the space, enter the space, the brackets will remove. The brackets will remove and it will take the exact from what we are thinking about. All right. At the same time, if someone required this, okay, instead of this, if someone required, so someone required this kind of expression, then they can do, see what you can do. This x is in base, so x first write down the power. This x1 is in power of x, so x1 I need to write within bracket. So x, sorry, bracket x underscore 1, close the bracket, and see, till now I have not clicked the space once. I have not space entered the space key, space key. Now this x1, the word has taken automatically. I have not did anything to do that. Okay, but to get the actual form, now I will click the space once and see this is taking the actual form of this. Is it clear? Anyone have any someone is like send above material in the form of PDF. I have already sent, like I have already shared one document in the in your WhatsApp group. Everything will get there. If I require, so I will also like share this document with you. So actually I'm not going to complete everything in this session because I have also one more session in the next half. So in the next half we are all that half will be like more interesting because like we are going to like learn how we can generate the equation numbers automatically, how we can generate the citations. Like this is a very common problem everyone know, right? like like we are writing in research paper, and after completing the research paper the guide told us that include one the reference, one more reference in the number assume like in two, then all the numberings of the citation will be changed, right? So in that case, like anyone, like if someone face that kind of situation, anyone know what is the like situation, like we have to go through each and every citation, we have changed every number 1 to 2 to 3 like that. So but we can avoid that. Okay, and that is what we are going to discuss in the next session, not now. So this time will not be will not permit for this session. So now yes, and like one more thing I just forgot to tell you, dots. Okay, I was about to tell you about that thing only. See, this is a very common mistake we generally we people do when we're writing some maths document. Like I am writing everything correctly, like x1 I have written, x1 written, x2 I have written, then I need to write xn, like I'm writing x1 x2 up to xn, then I used to give lots of dots, lots of dots. Okay, and after dots what we'll do, we'll give like again comma and xn. So we write like this. This is not the correct form. Okay, So this is not a correct way. Whenever we are using dots anywhere, if someone is writing n by n matrix, the dots should be like horizontal dots also, vertical dots also. Okay, the dots always should be 3 dots only. Okay, and for that, one thing you can do, there in command for that. So after the comma, I will give one space. I will write horizontal dots, ace dots. Okay, ace dots is the command for that, and I will put one like ace dot with. Okay, maybe this is the dots only. So yes, dots. So vertical dots, we are using v dots. Okay. Okay, so this is dots only. So dots is the only common. Then press enter. See, you are getting dots. But see, there is a difference between the dots. Okay, whenever I'm writing some dots here, and if I write in full stop here, so see, the dots like dots are appearing in this certain position. All right, and this is a command. Like if someone forget the command, basically I used to do that. Simply give 3 dots and give one space, like need not to give any space, it will take the certain form. Because if you give 3 dots and after 3 dots, see, if I'm writing multiple dots, after 3 dots some space is coming automatically. Can you see that? So and if this is not showing in your system, so simply use the command dots slash dots to write the dots. But see, one more thing, don't write the dots outside the maths environment. That is also a very common mistake we do. We write x1 x2 within the maths environment, then to write the dots, we go to outside. Okay, we go to outside and we give like so many dots, whatever I want to give. Like then I give comma, then I write again, create the maths environment. Don't do that. Okay, dot means there are only 3 dots. Okay, dot is the command to do that. Comma, then I have this x, and so this is how we need to write the things. Getting this? Okay, so dots are very important. Now similarly, we can also give the like generate the vertical dots. So c dots is the command for that. C dots is the sorry, wait, wait, so here I just did a mistake. So dots is not the command for that. Here the dots should be come in like middle person, so c dot is the command for that. Okay, c dot is the command for that. The dots have to come here in this certain position, not in the along with comma. Okay, whenever I want to give some dots, dots should be come like in middle person, like not along with the comma. So dots, c dots is the command. Now v dots, let me check once, I just happens doubt. Oh, yes, v dot is the command for that. V dots will give you vertical dots. Okay, so c dots is for the horizontal dot and v dots is for the vertical dots. And this kind of vertical dots, you know, right? If you are writing an n by n matrix, so you may require this kind of dots. All right. Okay, so star slash star is in like command to give the star notation. Belongs to, this is very easy to write belongs to. Every time, like most of the time, whenever maths people like know like how many what is the use of belongs to in the literature. So the belongs to, writing belongs to can be completed by using the slash in only. Slash in is the command to write belongs to, and if writing like space, then it will take the certain form. Set belongs to. And one more thing, like slash epsilon, epsilon. So this is the symbol of epsilon. Don't do the mistake along with the like between the epsilon and belongs to. So this is belongs to, this is epsilon. All right. Okay, now these are and one more thing, like union intersection, the union symbol. Do you know the union symbol is called as cup? So this is called a cup. Cup is the command to represent the union symbol, and cap is the command to represent the intersection symbol. So like still I remember in our like there's a paper in our class 9, like whenever I was having advanced maths and elective paper. So in the very first book, like these symbols are like they are defining as cap and cup. Okay, the union was like as cup and the intersection was in cap. So these two names are also used to MS Word to write their symbols. And if we need the big caps, okay, like the symbols in a bigger way. Okay, anyway, if we're writing these kind of symbols, and if we are writing these symbols within the notations, this will take their default format. ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब like we need to manage the size of the symbols. No, they will take automatically, like the brackets taken. Okay, these symbols also take their default shapes, like the shape, the size, they will take automatically. All right. So the few more symbols I have given, there exists, the symbol is there exists. For all, I can write slash for all. Okay, big cup, like these are angle, I can say the angle, the symbol between the angle and less than equal is different. So like most of the people do mistake there. So this is angle, so angle is slash angle, so this line is parallel, right? So then to write a degree, so slash degree is an right proportional, I can write slash prop 2. So this is a symbol, not like plus minus, I can write slash m, like this symbol I can also use. So few more like subset equal to like not a proper subset, like I can like subset equal. So this is a notation to define subset equal. Integration can also be generated by slash int. This is a notation to define integration. If I need to define the definite integral from a to b, so I can write integration like underscore a. So this is coming because of like they are showing some error here in that method. So yeah, you can skip that. So underscore, this is like because of the a, this is integration is coming from a to b, defining from a to b. So underscore a and to b. Summation I can define only the summation sigma symbol, slash sum is the symbol to do that. If I need to write the summation something over a to b, so I can write summation underscore, so underscore a power b. So this will give us like summation a to b. If I need to write, so here I can also write I equal to a to b, also anything you can write. So left right arrow I have already discussed. So these are fundamental notations. Okay, these are some fundamental notations we are using in scientific learning writing now. So I have already discussed about this exponential and subscripts, like these kind of things, how we can define the power and a subscription, like how we are writing like these kind of notations. I have described this. Now one more very important thing, how we can define the Greek alphabet. So the Greek alphabets I have defined, like slash delta is to define the delta symbol, slash delta with capital D is to define the capital delta. Now sometime we also need to write the scripted letters. The scripted letters can also be defined like that. Also sometime we need to write a fractures, okay, fracture letter. So the fracture is the fracture is the command to write the fracture. So if we write slash fracture D, you will get this kind of notation. If you write slash fracture capital D, so you will get this kind of D. And at the same time, you can write any kind of letter using this command. Like if I want to write fracture A, so what I can do, so I can create a math environment, press it. So I want to use like A, the fracture A. See, this is the fracture A we are getting. Okay, at the same time, if someone need the fracture B, so this is the fracture B will get. So the fractures letter we can also define here in MS Word. So most of the time people do what? To find those symbols, people used to go to insert, then symbols, then more symbols, then they used to find the symbols here in this bar. So this is like something is not that easy. So we need, like I have never used this symbol notation. That's why I don't know how many things are there in this thing, but this is not required at all. Okay, this is not required at all. So if we like getting these things so easily, then how we can we need to search for those symbols by using like lots of times, right? So the matrix, I will come to this matrix, but before matrix, so this is very important, like yes, so matrix, so there is a disadvantage in matrix. So before going to matrix, let me tell you one more thing. Like whenever we are writing the set of real number R, the set of complex number R, okay, do you know how to write the set of real number? So set of real number R is written as, so let me first write it, then I'll explain. So this is the symbol to write the R. This R is simply defining, denoting the set of real number. Similarly, I can also define set of complex number, okay. Okay, set of complex number, set of natural number. So everything will have like double bar we are using. So these symbols we can also write in MS Word. Not only RNC, every double letter you can write in MS Word. The command is what? Slash. You please write double. As I'm telling you, slash is the like the command like in like maths environment. Okay, slash double. Okay, double is the font style. Okay, then I need to write like Q. I need to write the set of rational number, right? Q. I'm writing capital Q, right? And then space DOUBLE double is the command. Then I have written Q. Then I have given one space. See what form it's taking? The Q, whatever we are using to write the set of rational numbers. Okay. Similarly, to write the other forms, like here, let me show you what I have using. Like, okay. So slash double 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 capital R. This is the command to write the set of real numbers. So gives and space will take this from set of natural number, like slash DOUBLE double N set of natural number, give one space, it will take the form of set of natural number. See how easy to write the symbols. We need not to search them like by using ours in the symbols bottom. Okay, and it's actually taking like lots of time whenever you are finding searching for those symbols in the symbol bottom. And sometimes we do what, we are also google them how to write this R in like MS Word, and we copy from there and paste it there, and this is not actually the correct option, so we can write them very easily. So anyone have any doubt here? So for this session, so the last topic I'm going to consider for this session. So the next session will start from the align equation. So but before going to align equation, so I want to discuss about the matrices. How can we write matrix in MS Word? So but before writing the MS Word matrix in MS Word, so I just want to know, so if anyone have any doubt, any kind of confusion in the earlier part. You can unmute yourself if you have any kind of doubt. Is the process easy? Is the process easy? Yeah. So this is like very easily you can write them, right? Okay, I think no one have any doubt. So now let's go to metrics. See, I am getting like lots of complaint from thank you. So lots of complaint from the users of MSO, because like I have currently 4 PhD students working under me, and like uh, whenever I give something to write them, so uh, definite integral, yes, I'll do again. I'll do it. Let me consider this. So definite integral I will consider. So like whenever like I'm getting complaints that we are unable to write the matrices, even my master's students who are writing the master's dissertation. So in our university there isn't like major project work they need to complete during their masters, so they have to write a thesis, submit a thesis before getting the certificate. So during those process, like they are facing lots of problem to write a matrix, because the thing is what, whenever you search for a matrix in MS Word, so if you click here, the defined matrix in this default system is only up to 3 by 3, but in most of the time we require matrix of order more than 3 by 3. Then the complexity comes. So how we can write, or sometimes we need to write some different types of matrices, like if someone knows about the augmented matrix, like we used to write the augmented matrix like this. So something within dots or bar within like the matrix C, okay, like matrix B. So this kind of augmented matrix, they are not defining here in MS Word. So how can we write them? Okay, this is a very challenging one. So I'm going to consider that part now. But before that, because someone have any issue with the definite integral, so let me address that first. So to write a definite integral, to write the integration, the command is what? Slash int. Okay, slash int is the command to write an integration type, call an integration symbol. Okay, slash int, slash int. Now if the integration is from A to B, okay, if the integration is from A to B, then what we'll do, simply I will give, right, A is in the like suffix A, okay, and B is in the like the upper limit, right? It will be above. So see how this is creating, and even the box is also creating here. So like, have you seen like how we are writing, them? So this is the command how I have written integration to generate this. I have written /int. Someone have asked this to me. This to me. Are you getting your answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So like
Thank you,
this is,
sir.
yeah, thank you. So this is how we can like define the integration, and not only this integration, like every I am having like limit of this. The limit of this also I can do like this, limit, log, and sometimes we also need to write cos, sine, everything. Okay, so sine we need not to write. And see, one more important thing, let me tell you. So whenever you are writing something, like whenever we're writing the trigonometry, they are having this certain form. Can you see that? Am I audible to you? Respond, but because it's showing to my system that
Yes,
my
sir. You are
yeah,
audible.
yeah. Thank you. Because it was occurring in the, that's why. Okay, thank you. So if anytime you are not getting like getting my voice, so you can text me. So I am also online, so I can see. So see, normal font, right? We are writing something in maths environment. They are like italic, right? In the symbols, like not mathematical symbols, the trigonometrical ratios. Whether latex in MS Word, this should, okay. That means they should have the text form. Writing sine, sine theta, then I'll give one space, okay, slash, wait, what, I don't know, but see, so here, whenever I'm writing, so this is basically occurring. So maybe, so sine or cos, whenever I'm writing, so sine automatically become the text form font. So theta, okay. So it have to take the form of like text form, okay. So it will take similarly the cos will also take, okay, cos will also take, but this is not occurring. After having the space button, we should get it, okay, we should get it, and your system will may like, see, the cos I'm writing, this cos is not in the italic form, okay. The cos, sine, they're they're like normal, like they looks like as uh, normal text. So whenever I'm writing like cos and theta, the theta, I'm writing theta, so cos theta I can write like this. So these are the thing, and I can also use the limits and maximum, minimum. Sometimes we need to give the maximum value from this to this interval. So those kind of things we can do in the similar way where we did the integration. Okay, now let us come to the matrix. Okay, this is very challenging one. Acha. So here, see, whenever we are having some matrix, okay, so generally we use the brackets. This is the process how we are writing the matrix in general. Okay, first we write the bracket, then within this bracket we simply insert a 3 by 3 matrix or any matrix of this form, and this is taking the form of this. And I told you that disadvantage of this is not taking the certain form. Like I can't write in matrix order 3 by 3 beyond 3 by 3 in this certain form. Okay, someone have any message? Voice is broken, sir. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? Now it's okay. Thank you. Okay, right. So now see, these kind of things we are not going to use. Okay, we are not going to use to write in matrix. To write in matrix, what we do, we'll take help of an command like this. Okay, although it looks very complicated here, but it's not that complicated whenever you'll start writing some document. Okay, so for your help, I am bringing the whole thing to to the this certain page. See, okay, go the next phase. Acha, one more thing. I'll describe this thing in the next session. So how I can give the breaks. And one more thing I actually forgot, like I skipped that, forgot to consider that. See, have you noticed that whenever we're writing the thesis, before the chapter one, the numberings types are different. We are using to use like Roman numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And from the chapter one, we are using the normal like English letters 1, 2, 3, 4 to give the page numbers. Okay, so how we can do that? Okay, so in that case, we need to know about some breaks. Okay, so although I have some limited time in the next session, so I'll try to cover that, but because before covering those things, I will definitely go for the equation writing, those kind of things. Okay, but here let me tell you one more thing. So in MS Word, like I need to move this line to the next page. Okay, people do what? Normally they give enter, but I told you never enter unnecessarily. Okay, whenever you are using enter uh, page, they are going to take a new page. Okay, so we can here layout. Okay, in layouts breaks. Can you see that? Important, because here there isn't like here in the side of break. If a break, you can 1, 2, 3, 7 different breaks. And all breaks are very significant, and most of the people we don't know about that. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so now can you hear me? Now can you hear me? I forgot to unmute. Yes, okay, thank you. So like it's already 10:11, 12:11. So let's resume these things from the next session. So it'll be a good time if we like conclude this session here. So hope everyone will join in the next session from 1:10. I will try to cover as much of things I know uh, in the certain time frame. Okay, and definitely that's a very important one, because as I'm telling you, lots of things we are going to learn in the session too. So thank you all. So I'm concluding my session right now. If anyone have any kind of query, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can leave. Okay, thank you everyone. So see you in the second session, which will be start from 1:30. So you are requested to join by 1:20 or 25. Thank you all. Yes.